Thanks very much. It's an honor to be here. Great forum, great concept. Just returned from my second visit to China in 6 months and developed a little bit of a slogan. And the slogan is to do, not to talk. So I've got 5 minutes. I don't have time to tell you how much I love Chinese food, but do not like chicken feet. But I would impress upon this organization that I think to do rather than to talk is probably something that can be co-opted for this organization also. Well, now that I'm down to 4 minutes, I see this thing ticking off up here. I've got just enough time to give you a couple of data points. I was asked to talk about foreign direct investment. It's simple. We're number 2 in the United States behind Texas. Just returned yesterday from a conference in Birmingham, Alabama that was the 38th international conference between Southeast United States and Japan. Japan has invested about $2.5 billion in North Carolina in the last 10 years. They have 170 Japanese companies in North Carolina. China, number 1 in the United States for employment of workers. North Carolina is the number 1 in the United States. So we have all these data points that are positive. So let me throw out a couple of things to think about. Why don't we have more? I probably talked to Chinese companies about at least $1 billion of investment, maybe $2 billion of investment in the United States. Why aren't we getting more? We have great people in our economic development partnership managing our international relations. Why don't we have more? Because we're being totally reactive and not proactive. I had the Chinese foreign minister come visit me in North Carolina, and he said, "Where's your list of deals? Where's your clearinghouse?" I said, well, we don't have the same system that Chinese have. They have a centralized function. We're a market economy. We need a clearinghouse. I'm in the process of developing that clearinghouse so we can be proactive because, in fact, there are billions of dollars in investment that is interested in the United States. We are still the safest place in the world to put your money. China is a very interesting example. They have 1.4 billion people in China. 400 million of them are farmers. You drive through the countryside and you see farmers using hoes. And then you go into the cities and you see the most remarkable construction you've ever seen in your life. Met with one gentleman who's building 150 million square feet of a logistics center, a $10 billion project in Hunan province, and he'll build it in 6 years. That's economic activity. So why do you see farmers with hoes in the field? They could mechanize tomorrow. Why don't they? Because they put 350 million people out of work. So they're building empty cities with the anticipation that they're going to convert farmers to manufacturers and put them in the cities. Well, that economy has slowed from about 8.5% annual growth to 5.5% annual growth. Most countries should be so lucky. So what are they doing? They are diversifying their investment strategy, and they're looking for offshore investments to put their capital. We should be a pretty logical consequence of that, shouldn't we? Japan has different economic issues. But the reality is technology in the United States and technology in Japan are probably still 2 the world leaders. They want the same relationship with us as we want with them to grow what we have and develop more. So again, my challenge to this group is let's figure out things that we can do. Let's not talk. I've got 3 or 4 low-hanging fruit issues, and I talked to Rick in in the green room, and we've got to pursue those. So I'll leave you with a clearinghouse, and I'll leave you with focusing the necessary resources on doing and not talking. Let's take advantage of those things that are readily available to us and make them happen rather than discuss it. I have just used up my 5 minutes. So it is my honor to introduce Moise Skvarla, who was born and raised in Lebanon. He came to North Carolina for graduate school and never left. He started and sold several life sciences companies, and he's currently the CEO and co-founder of Aerial Biopharma in Morrisville, North Carolina. So thank you very much, and look forward to many more opportunities to engage with this organization.